let's talk about comparing ourselves with others. So this is a very common thing. We all do it a lot, especially with the advent of social media that has brought comparing to be multiple times every day kind of thing. So keeping up with the Joneses, just imagine what social media has done to this process. But let's talk about specifically going off and comparing yourself to a specific person, especially if you're like in some kind of a mastermind program or a training program where all of you are there and you're supposed to be here and they're supposed to be there, and you go and you look at them and you're basically comparing your business to theirs, or as I said, in social media, which is where this problem becomes even more powerful and potentially negative. So here's what happens when you compare yourself with others. If you do it the normal way, only 3 things can happen. Here they are. First off, you feel like you're inadequate. Anybody ever done this? I'm raising my hand. Yep, I've done it. Where you look at them and you feel like you're inadequate. Number 2, you look at them and you feel proud because I'm doing these things. But sometimes that pride can turn into all the negative aspects of pride. So yes, there's a piece of, okay, I feel okay. There's another piece of that pride changing the way you are and changing the way you act towards other people. The third thing is sometimes when we compare ourselves to others, we feel judgmental towards them. It's like, oh man, if they only just did it this way, or wish their kids were better behaved, or look at that, they didn't do very well in their last launch, or whatever it is, we can feel the judgmental. The challenge of this is that all 3 of these are potentially bad. All 3 of these have negative consequence for you personally, your business, the way you act, the way you are towards other people. Do you want to be feeling insignificant? Do you want to feel superior to people? Do you want to feel judgmental? I hope you don't. Now, let me shift for just a moment to a different way of comparing yourself to other people. This is the thing that I do constantly because it is so powerful and so valuable. So when you compare yourself to someone that you admire, and you do it with a spirit of humility and a desire to learn, then all kinds of amazing things come out of that. So you come out of it with saying, hey, I could do this thing that they're doing, or I could do that thing that they're doing. And then there's this other thing that they're doing, which would be really cool if I just did that. And it would make me better. It's a simple mind shift. It starts with only comparing yourself to those you admire and doing it with this spirit of humility and learning. So you're not judging them, and you're not judging yourself. You're saying, what are they doing that I can learn from? That right there is the essence of what I mean when I talk about comparing yourself to your competitors, is go look at what they're doing. Competitive analysis, that's the word I was trying to think of, is go look at what they're doing with the purpose of saying, what of their doing should I be learning and doing in my own business? Now, all of a sudden, everything becomes exciting. You end up with ideas or a plan that you can do, and you're enthusiastic to pursue that plan. There's a huge difference between that and feeling, just all these negative things. Why would we want to go out and compare ourselves in a way without that mind shift way that leaves us feeling worse or behind or hopeless or overwhelmed? Let's take that piece of comparison piece of us, where we do it the way that creates all these negatives and just stop doing it. There's nothing valuable. There's nothing healthy. There's nothing that can build you in that. All it does is rip you down, rip them down, or make you feel superior. Let's get better. Use the examples of other people around us that are doing better as a way to motivate ourselves to go to the next step, as opposed to the negatives that I've talked about. It's a fine line. Sometimes it's easy to drop into the self-criticism, the criticism of them or the feeling proud. And as soon as that does, stop. Just stop. You're going through Instagram and it's like, nope, no more Instagram today. I couldn't control my brain. All right? Just do what builds you, not what tears you and other people apart. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.